Hi, Ticker Box here. Today I will be talking about Fisker. Ticker symbol is FSR. It closed at 14.13 and after hours it's around 14.02. So we are downtrending and we have been downtrending for the past 4 days now. We see this huge gap from $15 all the way to a high of $19. And this was when Morgan Stanley announced a price target of $40 up to $90. And guess what happened the following day? The following day, Fisker decided to raise capital, which caused this massive sell-off. And today, the overall EV market is down. If we take a look at Tesla is down over 4%, NIO over 5%, and Lucid, let's take a look at that, over 2%. Here is a long-term hold. I am currently on the CEO's Twitter account, Henrik Fisker. So 9 hours ago, he posted this photo of the SUV. It's beautiful. He states, Fisker Ocean EV in the top version will have both ultra long range and performance powertrain with more than 545 horsepower. That's huge. And 1 day ago, it says Fisker Ocean EV racing towards the 2021 November Los Angeles Auto Show. I look forward to reveal specs, tech, and pricing. It will start at $37,000 on November 2022. So as you can see, car won't be available until next year. This is the most important part here. We are working on building Fisker Incorporated into a long-term business with a strong product portfolio. A winning car company needs more than one car. This is not for day traders. Our shareholders who are in for the long term understand, and I thank them for their continued support. So as he states here, this is going to be a long-term hold. We're going to see a lot of volatility as we have seen in the last 4 days already. It's just been dropping like there's no bounce whatsoever. But if you believe in the company, you just have to continue to hold. Sold a cash secure puts on Friday. So this is my cash secure put. It's a $14.50 strike price. So as we can see, it's below $14.50 right now. It expires this Friday. I received $67 in premium, which makes my break-even price below $14. So I don't mind getting assigned, meaning I will have to buy 100 shares at $14.50. But since I received this $67, my cost base is below $14, which is great. Let me know in the comments down below if you're also holding Fisker and if you believe this is a long-term hold. Also guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It would help me out greatly. I'm just trying to get monetized. Thanks a lot.
With earnings this hour, let's bring in our Phil LeBeau, who is joined by Fisker Chairman and CEO Henrik Fisker in a First on CNBC interview. Phil, over to you.
Thank you, Wilf. Henrik, the stock is under pressure right now. You reported a loss of 16 cents a share for the second quarter. You're going to be spending a little bit more money on your development of electric vehicles through the end of this year. Do you still believe that it's all systems go for having your first model, the Ocean, in production by the end of next year and then delivery starting either late next year or more likely early 23?
Absolutely, Phil. Good to see you. Yeah, absolutely. We will. We actually not only will start production on 17th of November this year, we will start deliveries right after that, end of next year, both in the U.S. and in Europe.
So the question a lot of people have is, and you heard the president today, he has a goal now for half of all vehicles sold in the United States by 2030 to be electric vehicles. Do you find that realistic? And let's be clear here. I know you're not trying to pour cold water on the president, but is that a realistic goal?
Well, first of all, we're going to be selling all our vehicles 100% electric by end of next year. So I do think so. I think that, it's a matter of a tipping point. And I know we've been talking a lot about that. I was part of the early, adopters of getting into EVs, and there was a lot of expectations early on. But I think there's a couple of fundamental differences now. We are seeing a lot more electric vehicles on the market. The technology is a lot better. Battery pricing are coming down. We're in the middle of finalizing our battery deal, and the pricing are extremely attractive to the point where we actually come out with a car that can be better priced and a similar performance gasoline engine. So I think all these factors together, and of course, I also expect the administration will actually do something about to reach that goal, which means we need to build out the infrastructure. We need to continue with some good incentives for people to get converted over to electric cars. And I actually think we could become one of the winners in that, because I expect these incentives to happen over the next few years.
Let's go about the incentives, Henrik, and whether they should be increasingly focused on the relatively smaller EV makers like yourself. But when you see a press conference like the one just passed, does it annoy you, the focus on the Fords of this world? Does it annoy you, the level of incentive that the Teslas of this world have managed to capture over the past decade, and the smaller new entrants like yourself? Should you be given extra support?
Well, I don't think the companies itself needs any incentives. I think the customers need a little bit of an incentive and a boost to try out this new technology. I think we need a lot of education, and I think we need an infrastructure. And I'm not annoyed by any of the other companies, because I think we've got a very compelling product. And in fact, I think the real key here is that when we give, or when the government gives incentives to purchase an electric vehicle, it has to go directly into the customer's pocket, meaning it has to take the price down. And secondly, I believe it should be actually capped at about $55,000, because somebody who buys a $100,000 car doesn't need incentives. And that's what we saw in the beginning of the EV revolution. You know, our first two vehicles, the first one, the Fisker Ocean, will retail between $37,500 and $69,000. Our second vehicle, the Project Pear that we're doing with Foxconn, will actually retail for under $30,000. So now we're talking about real mass market. And I think we're very competitive even against the big three. So I'm excited about it. I'm not worried at all.